when you have to go through several cases, it's always best to tell the viewer or the reader what you're going to do. So we will start by saying that first we will assume that n is even, and that way we know that there is a second part coming somewhere down the line. So let's write first, assume that n is even. Well, if n is even, then n is equal to 2k for some integer k. So now we have something to work with. Let's take a look at 5n squared minus n. 5n squared minus n is equal to 5 times 2k quantity squared minus 2k. And simplifying gives us, here we have 20k squared minus 2k, and we can take 2 out. 2 times 10k squared minus k. And we're done with this case because we have expressed 5n squared minus n as twice some integer. Now, notice that we're not doing complete factoring. We could have factored out 2k. I only chose to factor out 2 because I'm trying to satisfy a certain form, twice an integer. As long as I have an integer over here, the point is not to factor, the point is to express this in the appropriate form. Now we move on to the second part. And we'll say next, suppose that n is odd. Well, then n can be written as twice some integer plus 1. Then n is equal to 2k plus 1 for some integer k. So now we go back to this, 5n squared minus n, and plug this in. 5 times 2k plus 1, quantity squared, minus 2k plus 1. Make sure you don't forget the parentheses. Alright, so simplifying this gives us 5 times 4k squared plus 4k plus 1. Don't forget the squaring formula. Minus 2k minus 1. Alright, so this comes down to 20k squared plus 20k plus 5 minus 2k minus 1, and this becomes 20k squared plus 18k plus 4. Alright, so now remember what it is that we're trying to do. We're trying to show that this right here is even. In other words, we need to write it in the form twice some integer. So all we have to do now is factor out 2, and we have 10k squared plus 9k plus 2. And since this is an integer, we are done.